Hi, my name is Jay with Kick Foosball Tables. First off, I'd like to welcome to the Kick family. Today I'll be showing you how to properly assemble your Kick Liberty 48-inch foosball table. Hope the instruction video was helpful. No further delay, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to do is open your box and take a look at your contents. Then, you want to go ahead and lay down each piece out onto your floor individually. If you are assembling your foosball table on a hard surface, I do recommend laying down a large blanket or large piece of cardboard. That way we don't damage our foosball table during the assembly process.
After sorting out all the parts in the box, and once you've matched each part with inside your instruction manual, if you notice any missing or damaged parts, please contact Kick customer support with pictures of your shipping label, the box itself, and the damaged part. Our contact information will be listed at the end of this video.
For step 1 of this assembly, we'll be sliding our playing field P3 into both of the grooves that you see here on both side panels P1. You just want to make sure that the ball entry hole in your side panel is faced downwards closest to the floor, that the groove that you see here faces inwards towards the other side panel. You go ahead and grab your graphics with the graphic side facing down, right into that groove, hold in place. For step 2 of this assembly, we'll be inserting our H9 nut into all the holes on both end panels P2A and end panels P2B. This part's pretty simple. You just want to go ahead and align the hole on the end of the end panel that you see here with the hole on the end of the nut. You go to insert your nut. Next, we'll be attaching both of our end panels together using our H6 screw. You will notice that there are 3 pre-drilled holes on end panel B and 3 pre-drilled holes on the top of end panel A. You just want to make sure that the groove here is faced outward and that you align the holes on end panel B over the holes on end panel A. Go ahead and insert your H6 screw and secure. Next, we'll be attaching both of our end panels and all 4 of our legs together using our H1 bolt and our H2 washer. When attaching your end panel to both your side panels, you just want to make sure that you align all 3 of the holes on your end panel to all 3 holes on your side panel. You also want to make sure that the groove that you see here lines up properly to your playing field. Next, we'll be attaching our leg. Now, one way to determine that you are adding the correct leg to the correct side of the table is you just want to make sure that you align the 3 holes on your leg to the 3 holes on your side panel. Go ahead and insert your H1 bolt and your H2 washer. You want to go ahead and secure using the Allen wrench that was provided. For step 3, we'll be inserting our H8 nut into all 4 holes on our 2 support braces P6. This part's pretty simple. You just want to go ahead again and align the hole on the nut to the hole on the end of your support brace. You also want to make sure that the groove that you see there faces outward. Next, we'll be attaching our support braces to the bottom of our table using our H7 screw. Part's pretty simple. You just want to go ahead and line up both the holes on your side panel on both sides with the hole that you see here on your support brace. Insert your H7 screw and tighten. Next, we'll be inserting our H8 nut once again into all 8 holes on our leg panels P5. Next, we'll be securing both of our leg panels to both of our legs using our H3 screw. You just want to go ahead and line up both the holes on the leg panel to both the holes in your leg. You also want to make sure that the nut on the leg panel is aligned with the hole on the end of the leg panel. Insert your H3 screw. And secure. Next, we'll be attaching our leg levelers to the bottom base of each leg. The part's pretty simple. You just want to go ahead and screw down your leg leveler all the way down to the bottom base of your leg. The purpose of these leg levelers is to stabilize your table during play, so that if one side is higher than the other, you can unscrew a couple notches to even out your playing field. Once you've secured all your leg levelers to the bottom base of each leg, we can now go on to the next step in turning over our table. This is a two-person job, so you need some assistance for this part of the assembly. What you want to make sure is that you don't rest the weight of the table on either of the legs. So you just want to turn over the table in one swift full motion so that all the legs hit the ground at the same time. After you've had some assistance turning over your table, we're now going to the next step, step 5, inserting all our rods and attaching each player to each rod. The most important part of assembling your foosball table is making sure that all the rods and players are in the right position. So you want to carefully review the diagram, locate an instruction manual prior to inserting your rods. What you want to make sure is that you add the correct amount of players per holes in the rod.
Here's how to set up the rods and players on your new Kick Foosball table. Place 4 handles on each side of the table in this specific order. Make sure the 4 handles for your home team are in this specific order, as shown in the diagram. Also make sure your players are facing the opposing team and toward the opponent's goal, not the same team or your own goal.
You also want to make sure that there's a hole on the correct side of the table where the handles will later go. Before we insert all our rods and attach each player to each rod, I'm going to show you an already assembled table and explain to you the differences between a one-man goalie versus a 3-man goalie setup.
1-man goalie versus a 3-man goalie setup. With this table, we have the option to have either a 1-man goalie or a 3-man goalie setup. Most beginners and some others prefer a 3-man goalie setup because there's more defense around the goal, making it harder to score and giving the user more control over the field. Others prefer a more fast-paced 1-man goalie setup. It's completely up to you. To have a 1-man goalie setup, instead of having the other 2 outer men on the goalie rod, you replace them with the 4 black stop rings. Next, you can optionally place the white field lining tape on both sides of the table to prevent any dead spots, if any at all. Then, place the 4 green triangle corner ramps you received on each corner of the playing field. If you already applied the field lining tape, you can place the ramps on top of it if you ever want to switch back. But if this is going to be your style of play, then cut the lining tape accordingly so that it does not go under the ramp, or don't install the lining tape at all. Next, secure your ramps using the 4 H11 screws that were provided, and cover the holes using the 4 green plugs. Adding your players to your rods, you want to note that there's a bumper, a washer, then you want to add the correct amount of players per holes in the rod, add another washer, and another bumper. Then complete by sliding through the second hole. Line the player up over the hole in the rod. We'll be securing our players with our C6 bolt and our C7 nut. Part's pretty simple. You just want to go ahead and slide the C6 bolt through the chest of the player. Hold the bolt in place, turn the player around. Add the C7 nut through the back of the player. Hold the nut in place, turn the player around, and secure. Next, we'll be attaching our handles, P7, with our H10 bolt. This part's pretty simple. It's going to line up the hole in the handle to the hole in the rod. Go ahead and insert your H10 bolt and secure. One quick note, these handles are really high quality. Most other companies use really cheap rubber slide-on handles. Also, these rods are semi-hollow, so they are durable enough to rough play, yet light enough to let the player have full control over the rod. If you need any Rob lubricant, please contact Kick and we'll send you a free complimentary bottle. Next, you want to slide the rubber end cap P8 on the other end of the rod. Next, for step 7, we'll be attaching our ball catcher over the goalie hole on the end panel. We'll be securing our ball catcher with an H4 screw. You will notice that there are 3 pre-drilled holes here on your ball catcher. So I'm going to align the side of the ball catcher to the side of the goalie hole. Insert your H4 screw. And secure. Next, we'll be securing our slide scorer P9 using our H5 screw. This part's pretty simple, so we're going to line up the slide scorers, the holes in the slide scorer, to the holes over the ball catcher. Insert your H5 screw and secure.
Congratulations! We are finally done assembling our Kick 48-inch Liberty foosball table. Hope this instruction video was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please visit us at www.kickfoosballtables.com or email us at support@kickfoosballtables.com.